What's going on, guys? Expedition Game. Welcome to part 8 of Let's Make a Game in Java. Yeah, today we're going again, recording it. I got a pre-recording fast. Not that fast though, but pretty much continue where we left off, where we had the title screen, where we just said simple game. That's all. And now we're adding the font size for the actual menu selection. So you'll be able to select from start game and exit game. That's what we're gonna add right now. Yeah, hopefully you guys like this style because speeding things up this much, it's pretty much compressing everything, to smaller files, smaller videos. Because this video, I believe, probably will be in 3 parts if I didn't do it this way. But also, if you got anybody got problems, questions, feel free to ask, help. And if you don't like this style, let me know, and I can go back to other style. Or I can make another series breaking things down a little more further in a slower fashion. Yep. So here is the title menu there, and I think I'm gonna test it here. As you can see, you got start game, end game. It's good. Well, I think it's an exit game there, but yeah. But working well. Now we need a highlights thing, so that can highlight icon. That way we can show what you presently on. If you want to exit the game, it highlights that, or the start game, highlight that. So that's what we're doing now, and keep things simple again. So basically, what I want to do is add just use the rectangle shape to go to cover whatever icon that's selected. So I'm in the process of doing all that right now, and that's what's going on. Let me see. This one, at my own time, I had to figure out the sizes, and I was doing it my own way. It was like crazy. See that size up? Yeah, it took me a while to get that, but here, you can see it. It's like I got it quick out of my mind. Nah, it took me some time to get that like that. But it's cool. You get to mess around these things and understand, how things truly work in the language. It's a great experience, and I hope you guys mess around. Change things up, and when you change things up, you gotta do things a little differently. It helps you understand a little more better. um. So yeah. So today in this part, we're gonna finish up the menu screen. Make sure it's fully functional. Well, no, in this series it won't be fully functional, but pretty much. But then the next series we start and make sure that we start the actual gameplay mechanics. So this part we finally get pretty much over with the whole menu, the title screen, and all that. But yeah, I was thinking maybe add a background, something art to it, but right now we'll keep it simple like this. And right now I'm really trying to get this thing going because I had a little problem with see, selecting the icon selection. So I figured out now that it's stupid having the semicolon in the wrong area, but I eventually figured it out as I keep going, and it's all good. So yeah, definitely, man. When I be programming, it's a lot of small issues, little tiny mistakes I make, and it has me sometimes spending hours and hours and hours trying to figure it out, and then you get so pissed when after hours and hours and hours of just trying to figure out a problem, and then suddenly you feel like, oh, I just forgot to put I forgot a parentheses here or a bracket or something, and it's just messed up everything, or a lowercase instead of an uppercase. It's crazy, but hey, it's part of programming, huh? And let me see, what else are we doing here now? We are still, oh, this way can be done differently. I'm pretty sure there's probably a more efficient way of of deselecting an option, but this is what I came up with, something quick and maybe more time consuming, but it's alright. Yeah. So usually what I'm really doing here is doing the same code of drawing the white rectangle over the word, but if it's not selected, draw a black one. And since the background is black, you will not see it. So yeah, that's what I did. So if you change the background color, you're gonna have to change the rectangle to, likewise. So or else you're gonna, if you have the background blue, you'll see one of the start game or end game. One of them have a white one, and the other one have a black one. Yeah, that's what I did. Shame on me. Okay, now we're adding the actual keys input. This one have another little issue here, but we're finally adding input, so you'll be able to select between the two, pressing left and right on the keypad. I'm thinking about adding joystick, or not joystick, mouse input, but nah, not necessary. Keeping it simple. You don't really need to use the mouse, so I'm not gonna do that. Just use the arrow keys. You see, you're going back to the game panel. That's one thing we gotta remember is when we doing other stuff in the classes, the other classes, sometimes some certain things we have to go back to the main game panel to add it. It took me a while to realize that in some instances, but it's cool. So here, still not working when it should have been. I was like, what? So I went and changed that and make sure it was going to the right one. And so that's good, but yet still no input. So I had to go back and look around, see what was I missing. Yeah. So this one I did the system out print just to see if it was actually getting the, it was, when you do this way, you kind of help you figure out, narrow down where the problem is. So when I did that and I ran it, it was supposed to, on the console, it's supposed to show left and right, but it wasn't showing it. So obviously the game wasn't receiving it at all. So there was something definitely wrong with the key listener. It's not added properly. So I was going around trying to find out what was I missing, and eventually, there we go, figured it out. Oh, I didn't add it here in the, I think it's the game state. And then once you put in the key press and key release, even though I'm not really doing anything with key release, maybe you might do something, but right now I got nothing planned with that. But it's still here, and yeah, got that in there. You're trying to run the game. So after this, once we run the game, things should be working fine. We should finally get input and finally get feeling that we finally getting somewhere. So alright guys, this is it. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for the next part. Thank you guys. Adios.